Hey, this is James.
And this is Jarrett.
And I'm JD.
And this is OWE Reviews. Today on the show we are talking about The Secret World of Arrietty. This is a new film written by Miyazaki and directed by some guy.
Was it written by him?
It was written by him, but
I
it's
thought he was just
directed by
coordinator.
someone else.
No, it's directed by somebody else, but Miyazaki did write the script.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's based off a story, so it's not an original script by him.
Well, it's based off of
The Borrowers.
What? Adaptation then?
Yeah, an adaptation.
It's an adaptation.
Of The Borrowers. Remember that film back when you were a kid, or like your kids were really young and they had like little people living under the floorboards? This is an animated version of that.
Yeah, because that happened every day of every
Yeah.
day.
Well, no, it came out around the same time as The Indian in the Cupboard, like Disney did.
I fucking love that.
Dude, that movie was so
Really-
good.
But
We should talk about that movie.
Dude, that Indian in the cover, dude, that made me believe in
Dude,
life
with the
again,
key
man.
and you put it in and twisted it.
Anyways,
And it's like, there's an Indian in the cupboard?
Alright, we need to focus.
No, but like cowboy gets shot or whatever. Dude.
Oh, man, that was
you just
sad,
ruined
dude.
The Indian in the Cupboard for everyone.
Yeah, dude,
Who hasn't seen it yet?
Okay.
Okay, alright, whatever.
Dude,
I'm
younger
sorry.
generation
I'm sorry.
haven't seen
Yeah,
the
dude.
Indian in the cupboard.
What if this,
I'm gonna order
what
that
if this
right now.
specific YouTube review is the only thing that survives the Holocaust of like nuclear proportions?
Well,
And
it's
the
not-
Indian
I
in
mean,
the
And
cupboard.
also the Indian in the Cupboard survives, and they come and see this.
Well, I
because
think
it's
they'd be
mentioned,
really glad that
and
we
you
had
ruined
talked
the
about.
movie.
If those were the only two things about it, I think they'll be really happy.
They
that
wouldn't
people
be
talked
angry
about
that you
it.
ruined the entire
No,
movie.
I don't
for them.
think-
Everyone
Yeah.
would hate you,
Dude.
JD. If that was the last movie ever and everyone was
No,
like,
no,
this
man.
is our final hope at cinematic equality.
If they found like
Yeah.
the original.
Anyways,
whatever.
the Secret World of Arrietty is basically the same story of The Borrowers.
Yes.
Little people living under the floorboards, getting things so they can eat and survive, and there's some kid who has like a heart problem.
Which was really depressing, by the way. Like, what the
Kids have
fuck?
heart
Yeah, he
problems.
kept talking about how he was like wanting to die.
I'm
It's
gonna
better
die
than, like,
soon,
lung
but
problems.
Yeah.
it's
They-
alright
those kids are
because
annoying. It's
you're
like the-
gonna live. It's like,
the
what
deep
the
breathing.
fuck? What kind of...
Yeah, well, they have
And
like
in the
erratic
Disney
hearts,
movie,
so they
everyone-
kind of
there always has to be
slow-
one
Whoa,
person
whoa,
in the
whoa!
movie
I
gets to
gotta
die.
mediate here, dude.
Okay,
Because
well, let's talk about.
you guys, we need to pass around something that's like the talking chip, because people should not be talking over one another. This is the talking chip.
Brotherhood.
Alright?
Okay.
Pass it after you're done making your statement.
Okay. Oh, well, okay, sweet. Okay, well, okay, so what I
You
thought
want to
about...
cut? Do you guys want to start?
I
over?
don't get. Let's
No,
keep
fuck
going.
this.
Keep it.
Let's do it live! Let's do it live!
Bad, dude, we gotta go live! We gotta do this! But, so I thought Secret World of Arrietty was honestly just bland. I thought it was boring. I mean, like, yeah, the animation, the fantasy is all wonderful for, like, a little kid who's going into the theater and wants to see some bright colors and some cute characters make some cute jokes. If you're over the age of 12, I think this was a really boring movie. Maybe even younger than 12. But, I just, don't waste your time going to theater. If you have kids, then take them. It's, like, wonderful for the kiddies. But anyone who cares is not going to care.
I do not think this is a kid's movie. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not talking about this. I haven't even seen this one in my hand.
I do not think this is a kid's
I do not
movie.
think The Secret World of Arrietty is a kid's movie. I mean, yes, it's an animated and stuff, but it is not a kid-friendly movie. It's not like, you know...
How is it not?
Well, because you look at all of Miyazaki's films, they're more kid friendly than this is. This is more. I mean, this is more about life and death. I think, and just survival. I think it was crappy. The animation is great. So if you're looking purely to look at like some good, like, you know, anime, you'll love the animation. But I think the story really lacked, and the voice acting was uninspired.
Okay. Wow, so I have to just say a lot different from both of y'all, but first, for you, it's a great movie, and you kind of just, like, dug yourself in the hole right there, because you were like, oh, you know, a kid who saw this would think it's fucking amazing. Like, when you saw Indian in the Cupboard, man. You gotta think of the movie...
Yeah, but I've seen Indian in the Cupboard
let me
times
see.
also,
Like,
and
you
I
have to
thought it was
think of
amazing.
that movie as a kid's movie, and I don't think it wasn't a kid's movie. I think it was a very adult kids movie, like Indian in the Cupboard, where it has, like, you know, kind of...
Themes of death.
Well, yeah, and it seems to death, like, very, you know, real shit that they're kind of wanting to talk about. And I love that. And, you know, besides that, you know, the story and how slow it was, you know, I love traditional 2D, fucking brilliant, and like I love looking at those backgrounds, and I love the feeling, you know, of trying to create a world completely 2D, you know, because they have to do all these pans and stuff, and it's just stagnant drawings, you know, those, and it's so beautiful and detailed, and you can look really deep into them, and I loved it. I love the movie, and I wish they made movies like that instead of just roller coaster CG rides that they make now, which is every fucking, you know, animated movie now. It's just like, whoa, watch him run and jump and go around, and, you know, instead of just like drawings. All right.
Wait. Now
we need a stack so we can actually.
Now is the time of the show that we call the Battle Royale free.
Okay, fuck this shit. It's on.
No. But really though, I gotta disagree with you 100%.
Yeah,
here, Junior.
here.
I mean, like, one.
I get 100%.
No.
100.
Okay.
No, straight up 100.
This is nothing like any of Miyazaki's previous films.
Nothing at all.
Well,
that's a good thing.
Miyazaki is a genius.
And it's also he didn't direct it.
It doesn't matter. This movie had such a weak storyline, and it really took away the fantasy element. I mean, the fantasy was so.
There was no fantasy. I mean,
Who cares about little people living under the floorboard?
Exactly, especially with that weird woman. I mean, I just disliked that. That was creepy.
There's enough goddamn paranoia in the world. We don't need to worry about the little people under our floorboards.
Stealing our food that we paid hard-earned goddamn cash for. Pepperoncinis.
Yeah, but seriously, man, like, I think you're just, like, trying to be all avant-garde and be like, oh, yes, it was beautiful because it was 2D animated. I agree with you. 2D animation definitely does need to be used more. However, this movie sucked.
Yes.
And it was not a good instance of good 2D animation.
Disagree?
I'm sorry.
No,
it looked good, but the movie was just bad. It was nothing like the old Disney movies. That
it's not trying to be a fucking
Disney
movie.
You're saying
you're
relating
slice of life movie.
But
just like,
we don't need
in
more slice of life movies.
A slice of life movie about people who live under the ground.
Childhood slice of life moments, just like moments in their life that kind of like developed like certain like, you know, perspectives for their whole lives.
Okay, well, I have to say and stand by, do not see this movie. If you are a hardcore Miyazaki fan, still don't fucking see this piece of shit.
It's not trying to be. I would hate if Miyazaki just kept making Miyazaki movies.
Miyazaki, every single one of Miyazaki's films, but every single one of his films is completely different. It just has the good fantasy element, and this movie didn't have it. I do not recommend this.
I think this had a nice fantasy.
What do you say?
Okay, well, you know, just like little people living. They
your
had a
closing
beautiful house.
statement.
Alright, fine.
I think you should not see this movie unless you have a kid. Because although I think, it's like a little bit more adult than a kid's movie, no adult's gonna give a shit. That's what I think.
And JD?
I think if you're really into just good fucking movies and are a really cool person, then you should see this movie and enjoy it because it's really tight. And people who just don't have attention spans and get tired of, you know, long, you know, talking points because it's 2D and they just have this, and it's beautiful and like the characters, like,
it's no Indian in the cupboard, folks.
Alright, yeah. Unrecommended. OE Reviews signing out.
Well,
JD recommends it though.
yes, I do. Suck my balls.
Peace.
A man of my word.